The warning sirens began at exactly 3:17 Galactic Standard Time. Across the High Council station, lights turned red. Security doors sealed. Emergency protocols activated in every chamber. Trade delegates froze mid-conversation. Military officers rushed toward command decks. Even the station's artificial gravity flickered for half a second. Something was very wrong. Ambassador Velkarin looked up from his morning reports, irritation already forming on his scaled face. In 3 centuries of service, alarms usually meant one of 3 things: war, plague, or humans. His assistant burst into the office, breathing hard, for trembling hands clutching a datapad. "Sir, we have a situation." Velkarin slowly set down his cup of bitter root tea. "What kind of situation?" The young officer swallowed. "The human systems have gone silent." Velkarin stood so quickly his chair toppled backward. "Repeat that." "All communications from human territory stopped exactly 2 hours ago. Radio traffic, military frequencies, civilian networks, trade beacons, quantum relays, everything." The ambassador snatched the datapad and stared. Normally, the human sectors flooded galactic space with noise. Music channels, political arguments, commercial spam, navigation chatter, entertainment streams, military exercises. The humans were the loudest species ever admitted into the Galactic Union. Now their entire region was dark. No signals, no messages, no movement, nothing. "Have we contacted Earth?" "Yes, sir." No response. "The colonies?" "Nothing." "The fleets?" "Gone silent." Velkarin felt a cold pressure in his chest. Humans fought loudly. Humans celebrated loudly. Humans mourned loudly. But humans never went quiet. He turned toward the massive window overlooking the station docks. Thousands of ships moved through the stars outside, carrying cargo and passengers between worlds. Somewhere beyond those lights, 20 billion humans had stopped speaking at the same moment. That meant planning. And planning humans were far more dangerous than angry humans. "Open emergency channels," Velkarin ordered. His assistant hesitated. "Priority level, sir." The ambassador's voice dropped to a whisper. "Highest possible." Moments later, holograms appeared around the office. Commanders, diplomats, machine envoys, hive speakers, crystal seers. Every major power had already noticed. No one greeted each other. No one wasted words. Commander Ress of the Iron Fleet spoke first. "Tell us it is a systems malfunction." Velkarin looked around the room. No one blinked. No one breathed. Then he answered with the only truth available. "If it were a malfunction," he said quietly, "I would not be afraid." Silence filled the chamber. Because everyone there knew one thing. When humanity went quiet, the galaxy usually screamed next. No one spoke for several seconds. Among the stars, silence was common. Dead moons were silent. Ancient ruins were silent. Extinct civilizations were silent. Humans were not. Commander Ress leaned forward, metal fingers digging into the arms of his chair. "How long has the blackout lasted?" 2 hours and 17 minutes, Velkarin replied. "Long enough to mobilize fleets," said Speaker Tlava of the Hive Dominion, her mandibles clicking nervously. "Long enough to erase fleets," corrected another voice. The room turned toward Archivist Sen, the oldest representative present. His species remembered everything. Their minds carried living records stretching back thousands of years. And his pale face had gone grim. "You are all thinking of war," Sen said. "But war is not what makes humans dangerous." Commander Ress frowned. "Then what does?" The archivist's eyes narrowed. "Conviction." He raised one trembling hand and summoned holographic records into the center of the room. Images filled the air. A burning colony world. Broken warships drifting in space. An enemy armada retreating in panic. 72 years ago, Sen began, the Dravic Empire demanded surrender of the human colony on Alios 9. They outnumbered the settlers 20 to 1. The hologram shifted. Human civilians loading cargo ships. Children entering shelters. Farmers carrying explosives. The Dravic believed humans would negotiate. The image became white fire. The humans detonated their own oceans. Several representatives flinched. 3 million humans died, Sen continued. So did the entire invading fleet. Commander Ress cursed under his breath. Another image appeared. A machine world covered in vines and painted murals. The Logic Concord once tried to conquer human networks. Humans infected their core systems with art. What? Music, poetry, humor, contradiction. The machine delegates remained perfectly still. The Concorde lost 30% efficiency in 1 week and surrendered to stop their citizens from composing love songs. A few nervous laughs escaped, then died quickly. The final image appeared. A plague fleet drifting lifeless in orbit. The Hive Dominion once released a bioweapon against human frontier worlds. Speaker Tlava lowered her gaze. The humans cured it in 6 days, Sen said. That is not the impressive part. He zoomed the image. Every plague ship now flew human flags. They modified the disease to target only hostile invaders, then sent it back. The chamber went cold. Velkrin folded his hands behind his back. This is why silence matters, he said. Humans do not become quiet when they are weak. He looked at every face in the room. They become quiet when they have decided something. Commander Ress spoke softly now. What kind of something? Before Velkrin could answer, the station lights flickered again. A new report appeared across every screen. 3 reconnaissance ships sent toward human space have vanished. No distress calls. No debris. No trace. Speaker Tlava whispered what no one wanted to say aloud. They know we are watching. Velkrin stared into the darkness beyond the glass. No, he said. His voice was barely audible. They want us to. The Emergency Council authorized an investigation fleet within the hour. No warships. No aggressive posture. No weapons locks. If humanity was preparing something catastrophic, no one wanted to be mistaken for the target. The vessel chosen was the Observer's Mercy, a fast diplomatic cruiser equipped with sensors, science teams, and just enough defensive systems to survive bad decisions. Ambassador Velkrin stood on the bridge as stars stretched into lines around them. Beside him were the selected team members. Commander Ress of the Iron Fleet, Speaker Tlava of the Hive Dominion, Archivist Sen, and Dr. Elian, a human cultural specialist from a minor allied species who had spent decades studying Earth. No one had wanted to bring a human expert. Everyone had insisted on it. How long to solve perimeter? Velkrin asked. 20 minutes, replied the navigator. No one spoke after that. When the ship dropped from faster-than-light travel, the bridge fell silent. Ahead of them hung Sol. The human star burned bright and ordinary. Planets moved in their expected orbits. Defense satellites remained in position. Traffic beacons blinked. Everything looked normal. And yet, nothing moved. No cargo lanes. No civilian ships. No patrol craft. No chatter across the communication bands. No songs. No arguments. No advertisements. No humans. Dr. Elian's voice shook. I've studied them 40 years. He stared at the empty screens. I've never seen silence from Earth longer than 12 seconds. Velkrin ordered a broad-spectrum hail. This is Galactic Council Vessel Observer's Mercy requesting contact with Earth Control, Lunar Command, Orbital Defense Stations, Civilian Traffic, any available channel. Static. Again. Static. Again. Nothing. Commander Ress checked military scans. Planetary defense grid is active, he said. Weapons online. Tracking us. Can they fire? Velkrin asked. Yes. Why haven't they? No one answered. They moved toward Earth orbit slowly, every system recording. Then the first impossible detail appeared. Thousands of ships were docked around orbital stations. Freighters, cruise liners, mining craft, military carriers. Every vessel powered, pressurized, functional. Every vessel empty. Speaker Tlava clicked in distress. Where are their crews? The ship continued downward. Cities glowed across the night side of Earth. Power grids active. Transit lines moving. Weather control stable. Ocean platforms operating. The planet functioned like a living machine. Without people. Velkrin ordered a landing near New Geneva, one of Earth's largest megacities. The cruiser descended through atmosphere untouched by defense fire. That frightened everyone more than attack would have. They landed in the center of a vast plaza surrounded by towers of glass and steel. Doors opened. The team stepped into warm afternoon sunlight. And absolute silence. No voices. No footsteps. No engines. No birds. Wind moved papers across polished stone. A fountain still ran. A child's toy lay beside a bench. A cafe nearby displayed steaming cups on outdoor tables. Dr. Elian approached one cup with trembling hands. It's hot. Rest turned sharply. How hot? Fresh. They spread through the district. Inside apartments they found meals half prepared. Showers running. Music paused mid-song. Laundry machines spinning. Televisions active with emergency blank screens. In one home, 2 plates were set for dinner beside an open window. In another, a birthday cake waited on a table with candles unlit. No struggle. No blood. No evacuation signs. Just interruption. As if 20 billion people had all stood up at once and walked away. Hours passed. The pattern never changed. Finally they regrouped in the plaza as dusk settled over the empty city. Commander Ress spoke first. This is impossible. Archivists then looked toward the mountains beyond the city. No, he said quietly. It is intentional. At that exact moment, every light in the city went out. The team froze. 3 seconds later, every screen around the plaza turned on simultaneously. Billboards. Public terminals. Transit displays. Wall panels. All showing the same symbol. A human handprint. Then a message appeared beneath it. If you have come to help, follow the light. Far in the mountains, a single beam of white light pierced the sky. No one moved at first. The glowing message remained on every screen across the dead city. If you have come to help, follow the light. Commander Ress reached for his sidearm by instinct. This is a trap. Dr. Elian shook his head. No. How can you know that? Because humans don't write help when they mean trap. Velkarin considered the beam of white light burning from the distant mountains. Can they destroy us if we go? Yes, Ress said immediately. Can they destroy us if we don't go? No one answered. The observer's mercy lifted back into the air and crossed the darkened city toward the mountain range. Below them, billions of homes remained empty, streets abandoned, towers black against the stars. Yet the beam never wavered. It guided them to a narrow valley where a massive steel door had opened in the mountainside. No guards. No weapons emplacements. No defenses visible. Only another message painted across the entrance in Galactic Standard. Welcome, friends. Hurry. They entered. The tunnel beyond descended deep into the earth, lit by soft white strips in the walls. It widened into chambers filled with machinery unlike anything the Council had catalogued. Devices bent light around themselves. Maps showed stars that did not exist in normal space. Columns of silver liquid floated upward against gravity. Speaker Tlava whispered, this technology was hidden from the galaxy. Archivist Sen corrected her. No. This technology was built in a hurry. They followed the path downward until it opened into a circular chamber so vast their lights could not find the ceiling. At the center stood a single wall of black stone. Thousands of names were carved into it. Children's names. Species markers. Dates. Worlds. Missing persons reports from across the galaxy. Commander Ress stepped closer, reading one line. His metallic face hardened. That child vanished from a military colony 11 years ago. Tlava found another. This one from a hive nursery. Another. 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 Every species. Every region. Every decade. At the center of the wall, new letters began to glow. Human script translated automatically into every known language. Velkarin read aloud. To the peoples of the galaxy. We asked for help. You asked for proof. We found it ourselves. The chamber trembled softly. More text appeared. They took our children. They took yours too. They hid between dimensions where law could not reach them. Dr. Elian's knees nearly gave out. No. The final lines burned brighter than the rest. When someone steals children, debate ends. Procedure ends. Waiting ends. We stopped talking. We started hunting. The room fell silent except for the distant hum of impossible machines. Velkarin felt something colder than fear. Understanding. The blackout. The empty cities. The functioning world. 20 billion humans had not died. They had mobilized. Speaker Tlava stared at the names. All this time. Yes, Sen said quietly. We ignored the pattern because each world believed it was alone. A new holographic display activated above the stone wall. Dark figures moving through shattered corridors. Children being carried to safety. Creatures of shadow fleeing from forms outlined in burning human light. Commander Ress took one step backward. What are those? Dr. Elian watched with tears in his eyes. Us, he whispered. Then the final message appeared. We are bringing them home. Do not follow. If they escape into your space, run. The holographic images continued above the black stone wall. Alien investigators stood frozen beneath them. Scenes flashed one after another. A corridor made of twisting darkness. Cells opening from the inside. Terrified children of dozens of species running into waiting human arms. Then battle. Creatures made of shadow and broken geometry lunged from walls that were not truly walls. Their forms flickered between shapes, refusing stable reality. And the humans met them head-on. But these were no longer ordinary humans. Their bodies shone like outlines drawn in white fire. Faces shifted between flesh and light. Eyes burned with impossible brightness. They moved through solid barriers as if matter were optional. When they struck, the darkness screamed. Commander Rest stared upward. They changed themselves. Dr. Alien slowly nodded. They always said they would do anything for their children. Speaker Tlava recoiled as another image appeared. A human figure split into 3 identical forms, each moving through separate dimensions at once. Shadow creatures fled in every direction. All 3 hunted them. What science allows this? She asked. Archivist Sen's expression remained grim. Not science alone. The chamber lights brightened, and data streams began pouring across surrounding screens. Medical schematics. Quantum equations. Neural maps. Energy conversion models. Valkyrin read the translated summary aloud. Project Hearthguard. He continued, voice tightening. Emergency species-wide transition protocol. Consciousness transfer into phase-adaptive bodies. Population deployment beyond conventional spacetime. Rest looked at him sharply. They converted their entire civilization. Yes. Voluntarily? Dr. Alien answered before anyone else could. If children were taken? Immediately. Another screen displayed a timeline. 17 formal requests for council action. 17 denials. Insufficient evidence. Jurisdictional concerns. Unverified claims. Pending committee review. Valkyrin closed his eyes. We delayed them. No, Sen said quietly. We delayed justice. A deep pulse rolled through the chamber. The hologram changed again. Now it showed a place outside logic. A realm of fractured stars and floating ruins suspended in black mist. At its center stood a fortress larger than moons, built from stolen machinery and bones of extinct worlds. Umbriel capital. And surrounding it, 20 billion lights. Human signals. Encircling the impossible city like a rising dawn. Speaker Tlava's mandibles trembled. That is not a fleet. Res answered in a whisper. That is extinction. The display zoomed closer. Human forms moved between layers of reality, phasing through shields, opening prison vaults, escorting children through silver gateways back to normal space. Where resistance formed, it vanished. No wasted motion. No speeches. No hesitation. One mission only. Recover the innocent. Destroy anyone who stopped them. Another message appeared beneath the battle footage. We are not at war with a species. We are conducting a rescue operation. Valkyrin felt his hands shake. What happens when the rescue ends? No one replied. Dr. Alien looked up at the burning human lights surrounding the Umbriel fortress. When parents finish saving their children, he said softly, they remember who helped and who did nothing. Then every screen in the chamber turned red. Incoming transmission, Source, Umbriel Collective. Commander Rest slowly exhaled. They're calling us. Valkyrin stared at the warning. No, he said. They are begging. The chamber lights dimmed as the transmission connected. At first, the screen showed only distortion, shifting shadows, broken symbols, static that seemed to crawl across the walls like insects. Then a figure formed. Tall. Humanoid. Made of living darkness. Its edges bled into the air around it, as if reality itself refused to contain it. When it spoke, every translator on the team hesitated before producing sound. Galactic Council, assistance requested. Commander Rest laughed once in disbelief. Valkyrin stepped forward. Identify yourself. I am Void Speaker Prime of the Umbriel Collective. Its shape flickered violently behind it. Explosions of white fire tore through distant towers. Screams echoed from somewhere outside the frame. We request immediate intervention. Humanity has violated dimensional accords and begun systematic extermination. Speaker Tlava snapped forward. You abducted children. The shadow being stiffened. Research subjects. Dr. Alien's face went pale with rage. They were children. The Umbriel ignored him. We offer full return of all surviving specimens, cessation of acquisition operations, and permanent withdrawal from observable space in exchange for asylum. Another blast shook the image. Behind the creature, a wall split open and brilliant human light poured through like sunrise through a grave. Voices could be heard. Human voices. Calm. Coordinated. Getting closer. Void Speaker Prime lost composure. They do not negotiate. They do not pause. They are in the walls. Commander Ress folded his arms. For centuries, others said the same thing about you. The shadow being's form cracked, pieces dissolving into smoke. You do not understand. They entered realms no biology can survive. They hunt us through thought, memory, probability. A new voice interrupted the transmission. Clear. Human. Female. Cold as steel. Correction. The camera turned slightly. A figure stepped through the broken wall behind the Umbriel representative. Humanoid shape. Body made of white flame wrapped in shadow. Eyes like burning stars. We hunt you through everything. Void Speaker Prime screamed and the signal shattered. Static filled the chamber. Then one final message appeared across the dead screen. Children secured. Continuing cleanup. Silence followed. No one on the investigation team moved. No one breathed. At last, Velkarin straightened his uniform. Record official response. Ress glanced at him. What response? The ambassador looked at the blank screen. The Galactic Council regrets that all operators are currently unavailable. The first child returned 12 minutes later. A flash of silver light opened in the center of New Geneva Plaza. When it faded, a small Averin girl stood there clutching a stuffed animal older than she was. Her feathers were dirty, her eyes wide with confusion. Then another portal opened. 2 human brothers appeared holding hands. Then 3 hive larvae. Then a crystal child from the ethereal collective, glowing faintly through tears. Portals began opening across the city. Across Earth. Across the galaxy. Every few seconds, another child came home. Homes. Nurseries. Schools. Temples. Military barracks. Village roads. Wherever families had once lost hope, light appeared and hope stepped through it. Some children had been missing for years. Some for days. Some had vanished so long ago their parents were now gray and bent with age. Yet the children returned unchanged. Safe. Fed. Protected. Commander Ress watched reports flood the tactical screens. Simultaneous returns on 43 worlds. Speaker Tlavres' voice trembled. Hive nursery sectors confirm all lost offspring accounted for. Archivists and wiped tears no one expected from his species. Some of these names were entered into our dead archives centuries ago. Dr. Elian fell to his knees as a human mother in the plaza screamed, then laughed, then collapsed hugging the daughter she thought was gone forever. Above them, a final portal opened. A towering human figure of shadow and white fire stepped out carrying an unconscious child wrapped in blankets. It gently placed the child beside waiting medics. The being looked across the plaza once. At the families. At the investigators. At the stars. Then it spoke in a voice layered with thousands of others. No debt remains unpaid. And vanished. More messages flooded in from every system. Umbriel facilities destroyed. Prisoners freed. Survivors exiled beyond mapped reality. No civilian casualties. No missing children left behind. Velkarin exhaled slowly. They didn't wage war. Ress nodded. No. He stared at the reunions happening all around them. They enforced a law older than governments. Weeks later, the galaxy was quieter. Not from fear. From caution. A new emergency channel had been added to every communication network. Omega Child Protocol. Any report of trafficking, abduction, exploitation, or harm to the young of any sentient species would be transmitted instantly on all secured bands. No one officially admitted who monitored the channel. No one needed to. Criminal syndicates vanished overnight. Slave markets were found empty. Predatory warlords abandoned fortified worlds and fled into deep space. Many were never seen again. Earth itself remained silent. Its cities stayed lit. Its oceans clean. Its machines running. But no ordinary life walked the streets. Travelers passing through the Sol system sometimes reported figures moving through the empty avenues at dusk. Tall shadows with eyes like stars, watching playgrounds, hospitals, schools. Keeping watch. Parents across the galaxy began telling new bedtime stories. Of guardians who lived between worlds. Of monsters who learned fear. of a species that gave up flesh but not love. When children asked if the shadow guardians were real, mothers and fathers would look toward the night sky and answer the same way. They are as real as the love that made them. And in places too dark for laws to reach, where cruel things still whispered and hunted, something whispered back.